it's Liam Caddison here, and we are reacting to Angel as we get into episode 9 of season 3, and I've got a strong feeling regarding this episode because, especially with the vibe of the last episode, how I felt it was more so setting up for this episode, as well as my general thoughts about how episodes 7 to 9 is seemingly going in a direction that episodes 9 to 11 went in with last season, about how they're closely strung together. I have a really, really good feeling regarding how things are going to go by with this episode, especially with the idea that we have Holt confronting Angel, and of course the dynamic is going to be very, very interesting to see, given the fact that the man Holt is confronting is not the same man who has hounded him, who has plagued him. So it will be very interesting with that. But not only that, we have Darla going into labour with their son, with Angel and Darla's son, as it was revealed in the last episode. So we already have big things to anticipate for with this episode, and I am really excited to see how things go down. So why don't we get into this episode of Angel, because I have a feeling this is going to be a doozy of an episode. So with that said, this is episode 9 of season 3 for Angel. Let's go.
It's you. Holtz, whatever brought you here.
Oh, whoa! Okay, that's rude!
You did.
Oh.
You demon bitch. For 200 years I slept. For 200 years.
That's a long, lie in, isn't it?
There's no justice for the things I did to you.
You didn't do them to me. And you didn't do them alone. Find the female.
Oh, no.
If he's here, Darla can't be far. Or are you going to tell me that's changed, too?
Well, yes, but no.
I don't.
Oh. It might help though, because this is unprecedented.
Papa.
Oh?
Sarah?
Has she been turned?
Sarah.
Mummy won't wake up.
You were never here.
That is correct.
But we were.
You were.
Take the
Full
fall.
report at Thursday's staff meeting. And be advised, when I hear about all this for the very first time, I will be both shocked and appalled.
This is brand new information.
What if I just kill you now?
Well, then what's the next 2 seasons of Angel gonna be?
Would that bring her bursting into those doors, I wonder?
Something come to you, or did you seek it out?
She might show herself in the service of revenge. It can be a powerful
This is
motivator.
daunting.
I don't care about the law.
Lila?
What?
Doc.
Oh my god, how? How? The man has never held a grenade before. Oh my goodness! What a move though! Oh my goodness, Starla! Oh, okay, she's gonna help. Okay, good. Okay. Well, thank you, Darla.
They're looking for Angel and Darla, and in the process ends up finding Angel's unborn child, who, as it turns out,
That's
wasn't
it.
evil at all like we feared, but was actually meant to be some sort of messianic figure. But Holt kills it before it's even born, and his vengeance somehow triggers
I kind
the
of
end
love
the
it when
world.
Fred goes in a bit of a fluster because she sounds so
Or
cute.
not. It could go either way.
I am my cubicle.
No, it was somebody else. You don't know them.
He's only got that one eye.
Don't worry about it. Outside contractors. I've highlighted the section they seem to be concentrating on.
You highlighted an... Well, this should be fun.
No. It shouldn't be fun. What it should be is done by morning. Or I'll have your family killed.
Blunt?
You knew.
I mean, this might be his favorite hobby. Just,
Okay.
he seems very passionate.
More to do.
Get in the way.
That's what this is about, right? You find out Angel has a soul. Now you're wondering if things are a little.
Isn't the
murkier,
contracted valid if
ethically speaking.
someone changes completely.
Have never been clearer. Releasing his soul to suffer for all eternity only makes his destruction more just, more fitting.
Oh.
Why would anyone want to bring a baby into it?
This life's
Make it better,
beautiful.
maybe.
Or to destroy it finally.
Why is it everyone
world
insists on
sucks,
planning
but-
my son's future before he's even born?
The people can be better.
All right then. How's this? It doesn't have a future.
What do I have to offer a child, a human child, besides ugly death?
Darla.
You know it's true.
No, what I do know is that you love this baby. Our baby. You bonded with it. You spent 9 months carrying
What
it,
if she
nourishing
reverts back to
No,
who she
no,
was
I
when
haven't
the
been
baby's
nourishing
out?
it. I haven't given this baby a thing. I'm dead. I don't have a soul. It does, and right now that soul is inside of me, but soon it won't be, and then
She's scared about how she's gonna
I won't
react.
be able to love it. I won't even be able to remember that I loved it. I won't remember.
Darla.
While you work.
Yeah, so?
So, I just read you, Buster. Which connection are you leaving unconnected to milk this job?
Question my work ethic?
No, I'm firing you. Get out.
Oof.
Get. Come on.
Yeah, I'm union. You gotta pay me for the whole day.
Out. I'll finish this myself. How hard could this be?
He's gonna bring down
You won't let me
Caritas as a
hurt
team.
it, will you?
By the time you get here, it'll be safe as houses.
Okay, yeah, try that.
Nope, still not working.
Okay,
Poor gun.
try it now.
No.
He's just gonna boink, boink.
And the heavens weep, there will be no birth, only death.
Only death.
Oh no, wait.
Just death.
Oh my
Just
god.
death.
But Darla's gotta have this child though. Yep, I knew it. Oh my god. Oh my god.
She was well into the active stage of labor. I don't understand. I don't either. She just stopped having
Unless
them.
this is part of the.
Angel's
Oh
experience. She
no.
says she's experiencing something else.
Oh my god, no.
Angel.
Darla.
Angel.
Let's get into my bedroom. Come on.
Easy. Easy now. Come on, sweetheart. We'll get you right in here.
No, 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 no.
Lauren, what do you want us to do? Tell Angel and Darla they're not welcome here?
No, of course not. Caritas is.
You
always will be
treacherous
sanctuary.
little piece of shit!
Mystical force that's been protecting the pregnancy.
Who's gonna end up killing it? That's my fear. This doesn't make any sense. I mean, this
Come
whole
on,
thing has been a
no.
miracle, right? You don't just get half a miracle, do you?
Told you I had nothing to offer this kid. Some mother can't even offer life.
This is really tough.
Maybe I should go in.
Lon! 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 Pick up that vibe, buddy!
Run.
Are you shitting me? We just had this place fixed! Holtz, go away! Holtz, just go away, buddy. Just go.
No. I don't know what I'll be.
This is sad. This is really, really sad.
Angel. Our baby's gonna die right here in this alley.
can't make up for any of it. You know that, don't you?
It's getting so emotional, and you know.
This child, Angel, it's the one good thing we ever did together. You make sure to tell him that.
Oh, Darla. Oh, you could go away. Oh my god. Yep.
That I would show no mercy. And I won't.
Oh my god. Wasn't anticipating crying, like, leaking out that episode, but, you know. Oh. That was what Darla did at that ending was just really powerful, and you know, it had me being quite emotional quite a few times with the fact that you know there was prospect with the child being lost, and you know, Angel finding so much hope that it's just been ripped away from him, and see, this is it. Like, I feel like with what Darla did, it was very noble at the end, so I wasn't expecting her to stake herself, but at the end of the day, she, like, at least she died being that mother rather than being scared of not being that mother as she fretted about, but good stuff. I'm good. That was my favorite out of season 3 so far. That was my favorite episode of Angel, without question. I thought it was a really good take at a dark story that had that theme of love, especially from Darla's side of things. They did a very, very good job, and even I got emotional. So, you know, that was all well and good. But not only that, though, like, some of the shots were just really beautifully done. Like, what is it with Rain and this show that captivates such amazing scenes? For example, like, I remember the Faith Breakdown in season 1. And this scene was just so powerful with you know, Darla sacrificing herself in the rain, and yeah, I can't believe it though, because like, I grew such emotion for Darla in this episode. I mean, you saw strands of that in the last episode, of course, and you were to deduce that the soul of Angel's son was impacting Darla and how she was, you know, behaving, and we saw that progress in this episode to such emotional levels, like the scene where Darla was talking about how she is she wants to love her son, but she knows that she's only doing that because of the fact that her child does have a soul and she doesn't, and when she gives birth to that child, she worries about not being able to love him. That is really heartbreaking. I mean, to have that be your only memory of love for your child is just really crushing, and it really paints a sacrifice in such a beautiful light, because she doesn't have to worry about not being able to love her child anymore, because, you know, she gave her life at the end of the day. Like, her last act was something so loving, and that's really, really powerful. So, and it was really impactful, especially when, you know, Holtz arrived, and you know, I thought like there would be some kind of change of heart, but then he said, I said no mercy, and I'll still give him that. Like, he has let him off this time, but he see, at that moment where, you know, he lowered his bow, I was just thinking back to his scene where he in the flashbacks, where he had his daughter die because of the fact that she was a vampire and he couldn't let her live, which was very morbid, but it's something that he had to do at the end of the day. And it's, you know, it was very sad seeing, you know, the corpses of his family, and you just had that instinct, she's a vampire, isn't she? Especially when we came back there and she was hidden in the darkness, and it had to be done. But it's just the fact that you're doing that to your own child. It's, you know, so yeah, it was a really dark story, but it was really impactful. Like, there were moments where you were just so worried about the child because of the prophecy that said that there wouldn't be a birth. And I don't know if that's technically true in a sense. I don't know, because it was technically born into the world, but it wasn't in a sense. So, yeah, but it was really hard at times. Like, especially, you know, Darla reflecting on the child, and, you know, as time went on, you just worried more about the child. And even at the when the end came for Darla, when she sacrificed herself because of the love that she had for a child, it really got to you, as well as, you know, some of the dialogue that, you know, went through her head. So, about her worries about the child. So, yeah. It was a really, really powerful episode, though, and, you know, it had some really good moments involved, but, like, in terms of comedy, but at the end of the day, it was pretty heartbreaking. It was a great way for Darla's story to conclude, because, like, whereas certain parts of me would have loved to have seen how she would have responded now that she no longer is being, in her mind, tortured by her son's more so of a soul, I guess, rather than lack of a soul, should I say. I think this is the best, like, I feel like this is a great way to, you know, conclude her story, especially since she's, you know, feeling she felt for Holt, and she even echoed Angel's sentiments regarding about the fact that, you know, we can't take back what we did to him. And yeah, I really thought that, you know, this is a good way to, you know, end her story, because you know, she has a redemption. She can die with the fact that she's loved for the first time in 400 years, and the fact that she doesn't like, there is never a moment now that she can say that she didn't love her child, because she did something that ensured that she would die, never for a second, like, she would always pass on that love to her. Like, her final moments was loving that child. So, Yeah, it is, like, it doesn't feel awkward whatsoever, given, the emotion she came out with in this episode. So, and she had a redemption, I guess, at the end of the day. So yeah, I just really loved, some of the acting in this episode, and I'm gonna miss Julie. I don't know if we're gonna see more of her in the flashbacks, but I just really have got to say the progression in Darla's character ever since we first saw her in Buffy season 1 to right now has been absolutely superb. I've really loved the development on Darla. She's been a very, very amazing integration. Like, when she came back in the season finale of Angel season 1, it was so startling because she was a character who, had a few episodes in Buffy season 1, and okay, she got dusted. That should be the end of it. And we were wondering what kind of impact she was going to play. And her story, even in season 2, her story was incredible, especially with her, fighting with the idea of, well, not just the fact that she had a soul, but also the fact that she was dying because the clock restarted. She was no longer a dead creature. Yeah, season 2 and season 3, her integration into this show has been really incredible. And like I said, it's going to be a sore miss, definitely. So, yeah, but I really appreciate the way that they made her go out because it was really, powerful. So, but yeah, it was really good as well, exploring the beginning with Holt and Angel. Angel, he doesn't blame Holt whatsoever, and I mean, I feel like we were going to go into that route because, of course, this is Angel, but it was very interesting to explore the whole scenario with Holt finding out about the fact that Angel now has a soul, but he's still hell-bent on revenge at the end of the day. He's waited all of this time to get vengeance, and even though even though part of that has come to fruition with Darla now no longer in the picture, I still he obviously said at the end of the episode how he still plans to put Angel through the ringer. And and I've made my predictions before about how that could work, but it will be very interesting to see how Holt does proceed, as well as, Angel, now that he is carrying his infant son. So, yeah, but yeah, it was really good to explore the motivations of Holt, and how he doesn't take any shit from anyone. He wants to get on with his objective. Anyone who basically is standing in between him and Angel at this moment, yeah, he's disregarding a lot of things at this moment. And, that's why I was so worried when it came to confronting Angel, Fred, and the baby in the alley, because, not gonna lie, I thought he was gonna shoot. Maybe Fred was going to, take something at the end of the day, because the baby's already lost one parent. It doesn't need to lose another, and I don't think they would go this dark to, shoot a baby. So, there was a little bit of panic there in regards to Fred, because I was thinking, okay, yeah, she's a supportive figure. What else, though? When, Holtz emerged from the flames, I've got to say, the way they made that, more sinister was, really, really good, because at the end of the day, in the show sense, he is an antagonist, but you can't blame him for for what's going through his head at the minute. We saw in the flashbacks, and we felt so bad for him. And I even said, looking at the corpse of his family, the idea that his daughter is a vampire, this is his torture, this is his hell, and you do empathize with the man quite a lot. But it's so interesting because, like I said, in the show sense, he is an antagonist. He's going after Angel, who is protagonist. We love Angel. And, even though he has knowledge of the fact that he has a soul now, he is still hell-bent, as the final lines have said. So I really like the idea that they, instilled this sinister presence in Holt, but at the end of the day, you do empathize with him. I really, like I said earlier, there was the heart beating so rapidly regarding the fate of the child, especially with the prophecy, and how there was blood on the sea, and how Wesley was, telling Angel we might have to prepare for the worst. And just seeing the distress on David's face, like when you compare that to the last episode where he was so joyful and he was over the moon, and you tell Angel that there is a chance that you could lose the child, it was really crushing. And I really like the parallels there is to Angel receiving this bit of news, because this is his world, to Holt losing his family. So I gotta say, it was really, really, it was really heartbreaking seeing, David's face just turn to a world of pain. And but yeah, I really loved Gunn as well. Like, he was throwing caution about, maybe this child is going to bring, despair, etc. And this is it. He's not being a dick about it. He is throwing a potential argument regarding the prospect of what this child could bring. He even had some empathy towards the idea of him suggesting such a thing, but you can't blame him at the end of the day. We still don't know what's gonna, come about of this child. So, yeah, but it was just really, really, it was just really, really good. Like, going into Holt and, developing his side of the story, and, we wanted to root against him, but we didn't at the same time, because you can't blame the guy for the hurt he went through. And, even Angel empathizes with him. Darla, even though it was kind of not authentic, it wasn't authentic, her empathy, because, of course, that was feeding from her son's soulness, I guess. Yeah. Even though that wasn't authentic, both sides empathized with how Holtz went through this grief and wanted revenge. So, yeah, but I really loved this episode. Like I said, I feel like it's, for me, my favorite episode of Angel season 3 so far. It was just beautifully shot. It was very heartbreaking. Got me emotional, which is always a plus, I guess. No, it was really well done. I just really loved what they did with this episode. There was a few other bits as well, like Gunn just getting test dummied for, if the human demon violence block thing would work. All for nothing at the end of the day. And there was even, Darla's little freak out in the car that, was really, really a nice touch, playing onto the soulness. I there's probably a better word for that, but yeah. It was a really great episode, and it will be very interesting to see where things go from here in terms of the child, in terms of Holt, and, it seems like he's still going to be a bit of a problem, seemingly for potentially the rest of the season. Is he going to be the main baddie? But you never know, because we had that 4 episode arc to conclude season 2 with Pylea. So, maybe he'll stick around for a few episodes. And one thing's for certain, though, he is still hell-bent on getting what he has been craving for. And it will be very interesting to discover his story as well as Angel's child. So, as well as, you know, dealing with the fact that he is... I mean, it looked like it was going to be the case of him being a single parent anyways, because Darla's concerns addressed that. But and that, like I said, that was really, really heartbreaking when she admitted that she, like, once this baby was born, she feels like she could never love the child. So yeah. But yeah, that was a really, really great episode of Angel. Superb. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!